Scorpio, and welcome to your June 2018 love reading. So, absolutely great love reading you've got. Your overall energy is the Ace of Cups. Now, you got this in your general reading, in your work and money house, okay? So the Ace of Cups tends to be a gift of love. It's a whole new emotional chapter. It's a gift offered from the divine. It can represent, if you're already coupled, it can just be that really, really good feeling of love going on between you. Or for others, there is an offer of love, okay? So it doesn't really get much better than that in a love reading, this cup. What is in your past is the Page of Swords. So there might already have been some communication with this person, or you've met them online. The Page of Swords is really showing up as very much as internet dating, or there's already been communication with this person. Sometimes the Page of Swords can be quite an insecure energy because it's a page. There might be a feeling of apprehension, being quite unsure about this connection, okay? That is quite often almost, I don't like the word paranoid, but a little bit, is this person okay? Is this a bond that I can trust, okay? That's sort of how I read the Page of Swords. In the present, in June, is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is the wish-fulfilling card. It's about emotional satisfaction, getting what you want. And this guy, as you can see, is very deeply content with himself. And I need to move the cards around. I just realised that I have missed out a card. The Nine of Cups is the heart chakra, basically. It's about getting what you want, emotional happiness, and it's right next to this ace. So I think it's safe to say for some Scorpios, there's definitely love coming your way. The future conditions is the Knight of Swords. So this Knight of Swords, when he shows up, he often represents a very fast and very rapid change. He can be an air sign person, but that's not how I'm reading this card. I'm actually reading it as the quickness of change. The two quickest cards I've ever seen together are this guy with the Tower card. It's almost overnight you've got a new life. That's how this knight, he rushes in. Again, there's a lot of communication, very rapid and direct communication. What I like is the page is maturing to the knight, which means the communication's getting more rapid, the communication's maturing, and the connection then is sort of taking on a more solid bond. Now, the best path to follow is the Patience card. One of these cards that no one likes getting. But this card, I've never seen this card leading to failure. It's a card about someone who is reflecting a little bit. And its great metaphor is like being 7 months pregnant and waiting for the harvest. Your outcome is a Justice card, which is the harvest. It's about things coming to fruition, but there might be a call about slow. So even though you're going from a page to a knight, that's quite a rapid change going on here. There's definitely going to be a need to pause and to allow the process to unfold, because in the Environment card is the Five of Cups. So when these two cards pull up together, what it tends to mean is things not moving according to the speed and the way that you want them to. They're only minor arcanas, which means they're states of mind. So we have a choice how we respond to these cards. And because I'm looking at all your cards and seeing how they're playing out, you can respond to these cards by being in the energy of just allowing the process. Because the major arcanas take care of the timing, they take care of the how and the why. But because the majors are in charge, we fall into the trap of believing something's not happening. We fall into hopelessness and impatience. Yeah, I knew this guy was going to show up. Knight of Pentacles. This might be an earth sign, but I think the deepest message is this is a slow process. I mean, even though there's rapid change, so it might mean there's rapid change of events. Some of you might be single and meet someone right away, or if you're coupled already, there's a lot of communication going on and there's a lot of change going on. But with that, there is still a slow, gradual building up process. Sometimes that Knight of Pentacles is so slow that you actually feel someone stalling a process. And that's maybe why the 7 and the 5 are showing up. The Pentacles are literally, you plant a seed and you allow them to grow. That is all they mean. But they can bring with them cuts like the 5 and the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles, because it's happening. This is happening very, very, very slowly and very gradually. But the communication is speeding up because you've gone from a Page to a Knight, okay? So your hopes and fears are the Judgment card. So the Judgment card is about a new beginning. It's about rebirth. It's about... So maybe some Scorpios are actually scared to hope that this love connection is going to grow into something more, okay? We all got hurt by love. And when new chances come upon us, we have hopes, but with the hopes comes fear, because we fear failure, we fear disappointment, we fear if we invest feelings that these feelings are going to end up dashed. The biggest thing that's going to be your problem, Scorpio, is allowing the process to unfold. Because that's not in our timing. That is still worked out all behind the scenes in this great mystery of life, okay? Your outcome is the Page of Pentacles with the Justice card. So the Justice card would be the reaping. So the 7 is now ready to harvest, which basically means what you're waiting for is manifesting. The scales are coming into balance with the Page of Pentacles. The pages are all about new beginnings and new potentials. They all represent new growth, okay? I think the Justice card is what you've been waiting for, manifesting. Your biggest struggle this month, Scorpio, is going to be with these 3 cards. So an example would be nothing happens for a week and you fall into these energies. That sort of sense of despair. When's it all going to happen? And the reason I just know it, because that Knight of Pentacles basically, because he always represents that same energy that moves really slowly. It can be someone is stalling the process, or you feel that they're stalling the process because of the timing factor. But the message is clear, because So what you want in a reading is you want the 10 with the 7, okay? Because that means it's the reaping. The Justice card is the major arcana of the harvest, basically, and with it comes the Lover's card. I've never seen a more clearer reading, really. I think the problem is these cards. You know what? Aquarius got a very, very similar reading. And it's always the same. When reality doesn't match our expectations of how the process is unfolding, we fall into that hopelessness. It's the speed where the Knight of Pentacles goes, which is almost 0. It's so slow. But it's going to the Justice card with the Lover's card. So personally, I'd take this reading, Scorpio, if I was you. Anyhow, look out for my weeklies. They might give you more insight. And check out your general reading. That might give you more clarity too. Okay, lots of love. Bye.